Thank you for joining me for episode 16 of my lunch break. I hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new, welcome. Is there a way we can take this up a notch and make it even better? Even more fun, even more entertaining, even more interactive? I say yes. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to do an interactive challenge with me. And when we get to 100,000 subscribers, as a celebration, we will do a 1 hour long episode where we will get deep into this narrative and investigate. Might take some time to get there, but might be something fun to look forward to. Just thinking of a way that I can give back and say thank you and also have some fun with it. Comment below if you guys would like that. Have you guys seen this before? Today, I want to get right into this episode and show you guys this building. This building is called the Bowery Savings Bank. It's located in New York City, and it took 24 years to build. Oh, years? No, I meant months. 24 months. 2 years. I think it takes 2 years to build a new car. So building this palace should be no problem in 1893 to 1895, right? Alright, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. About Ford being able to process a car, but they do take a while to get if you're ordering one online. Anyway, enough about Ford and back to this building. This is an L-shaped building, and it was designed by master architect Stanford White. And I've added the master part, of course. Now, the narrative states that Stanford White was a trendsetter. He was the Kim Kardashian of bank styles, paving the way for all other banks in the USA to copy his style and build Roman classic style banks. That's a great excuse to explain away all the other banks. Just say they copied this one. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Stanford White. Can we just look at this guy's picture for a second? Nothing against mustaches. They're great. But if I had to rub a picture in everyone's face and put an imposter in a Wikipedia page, this would be it. Now, supposedly, White was a disgusting guy. I'll highlight what it says about the 16-year-old that he was doing things with, and I don't need to go any further. Whether this guy was real or not, my opinion is that he wasn't real, and they're making this insane story up. He didn't design this building, and they didn't build this in just 2 years. They found this building and repurposed it. Now, let's pretend we were going to write up a story about the architect and try to make it sound so crazy that it's believable. Okay, perfect. Let's say that this guy was horrible to another man's wife. And of course, she wouldn't be 18. What else could we throw in there? Let's put a fake mustache on him in this photo. Yes, now we're talking. So what else is he in charge of designing? Let's see. Oh yes, the Madison Square Garden. Oh, no, not that piece of garbage. Yes, this masterpiece. Here we are in Manhattan, New York City. It's 1890, and time for this massive stadium to be constructed. 36 years later, what do you think they should do with this thing? After 36 years, let's just knock it down. And so it was decided by the New York Life Insurance Company that it needed to be demolished. Can you believe that this needed to be knocked down after 36 years? I'm sorry to break it to anyone who was on the fence, but this was not built in 1890. It was here for much longer than 36 years. And in 1926, they were destroying these structures all over the world. If you're watching and saying, no, I don't believe this guy, that's okay. I am fine presenting proof, shall we? Moscow. Sakharov Tower, built from 1692 to 1701, destroyed in 1934 by the Soviet authorities. The main entrance to the 1905 World's Fair in Belgium, demolished after the conclusion of the exhibition. Vienna, Austria, built in 1882 to 1883, seems legit. Destroyed by a bombing in 1945 during World War II. Of course. Alright. Erie County Savings Bank, Buffalo, New York. Built in 1890 to 1893, only took 3 years. And demolished in 1968. Just didn't need it anymore. Oh, that's only 5 buildings. That's just a coincidence. The Merchants Exchange Building, San Francisco. Built in 1866, demolished in 1903 to make way for a larger Merchants Exchange building. Incredible. Yeah, no, we don't need that anymore. Let's get a new one. This isn't looking up to my standards. Okay, that's 6. It's a little strange. The Navarro Flats, New York City. Construction started in 1882 on 8 separate buildings. Almost immediately, the project ran into financial trouble. Construction stopped when the property was sold in 1888 and demolished it in 1926. Why were they knocking this down? That's 7. Should I continue? Are we getting the point? I'll just continue anyway. William A. Clark House, aka Clark's Folly. Constructed from 1897 to 1911. Demolished in 1927. They knocked it down 16 years later. Oh boy. The Chicago Federal Building. Construction was between 1898 and 1905. Demolished in 1965. So they only needed that one for 60 years. Nope, just wasn't good enough. Let's knock that thing down. I could go on and on. This is a clear attempt at the destruction of the past. I'm not sure if it is our past or the previous civilization, but to me it's certainly a clear attempt at a timeline narrative manipulation. Now, after doing some digging, I was just thinking that they probably got to a point where they knocked down enough buildings, where it was in a good place and they could manage to tell these embarrassing stories and sort of get away with it to most people. So when was this point in time? And I think this may be the point. In 1966, the National Register of Historic Places was created, just stating a fact that this was a government-run program. So just saying the government is now preserving buildings as of 1966. Anything before that, nobody cared and could just knock any building they want down. No brand new building would ever make it into this prestigious list. The new buildings just aren't up to the old world standard, and that fact alone should get anyone thinking. So what's going on here? Is it possible they had a change of heart and now cared so much about these buildings? I doubt it. The time to knock them down was over. They got most of them, but in 1966, the people began asking too many questions and caring too much about these buildings, even if they didn't understand why. I'd like to share some personal thoughts at this point and see where it goes. And hopefully you guys can comment below and share what you think as well. After all this research over the years, I have had many thoughts, but I haven't really had too many people to talk about them with. I'm really thankful I finally do have that, thanks to this incredible community that we have here. If the old world has been knocked down hundreds of times, where are we? Do the cities get destroyed so that our reincarnated soul doesn't remember being here before? Do they need a new so-called map for us all to be on every 300 years, or else we would begin to remember, and in doing so, take back our power? I'm not sure, but it does seem possible. Nobody knows where we are or what we're doing here, but it's seeming more and more possible that this was the plan all along. Distraction and misdirection is key to control. And we have a bonus today. I recently took a trip to California and drove into Los Angeles, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw pillars on a massive building. Not only were there pillars on this building, but of course they had to put the pillars hundreds of feet in the air. Simple construction, of course. Easy in 1925. This is the Hall of Justice building. And of course, when it was first built, it stood alone. It was the first thing that they did. Everything after that didn't advance. It got worse, which is exactly how evolution works. Oh, wait, no. That's not how it works. That's not right. Well, I'm glad we can definitely confirm that Los Angeles is also an old world city. So they credit the architecture to a group. Here's what it says. The Hall of Justice was designed by Beaux Arts style by the Allied Architects Association, a coalition of Los Angeles-based architects. And then they go on to say 8 guys got together to draw this thing up. This needed 8 random guys to draw it. Is this the only way that they could get enough people to believe it? Let's just throw another architect in there, make it 9. Does it matter how many? The funniest part about this is that they can draw it up, but which company built this thing? No mention of this company anywhere. Nothing. Maybe it was a ghost? Or maybe it was exactly 2,000 people? Like the Crystal Palace in London from episode 15. They go straight from telling us these 8 guys' names to telling us that it was a centerpiece of Los Angeles County justice system. They totally skipped the part where somebody had to build it. Total flaw in the story. 60 pillars in the air, Los Angeles, in 1925. Unbelievable. Please comment if you have any thoughts about today's video, or any thoughts at all. I love to hear them. Like and subscribe. I've also started a Twitter account that I'll put the link in the description below. On that Twitter account, I've been giving updates on what I'm doing and where I'm going and how the upcoming videos are going. I might start doing polls and stuff like that too, and we'll see how that goes. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I am thankful for each and every one of you. I hope you all have a great day. See ya.
Don't trust what you see. Don't listen to your senses.